Hi, I'm Dr. Francesca LeBlanc, Doctor of Natural Medicine and founder of DrBusyMom.com, and today we're going to do the great swap out. We are talking about normal, everyday household cleaners and personal care products and why we might want to consider swapping them out. The reason is we got to talk about environmental toxicity. If you live in an area that doesn't have the best air quality, for instance, I live in the state of Louisiana. We don't live near an ocean. We don't get a coastal refreshing of air. We have a lot of environmental toxicity already. So it's important to me and for my patients that we really address the level of toxicity in the home, because really at the end of the day, that's the only thing we can control. So what do I mean by that? So for an example, this is a very popular multi-purpose cleaner that I'm sure you've either grown up watching your mom use or maybe you still use yourself. And the reality is, in a popular cleaner like this it's got something like fragrance in it, right? Because now they all want to smell good. That is a known endocrine disruptor. We've got a lot of different ethanols in it, ammonium chloride. These things really disrupt the respiratory system, create allergies, and so on. So if maybe in your family you've got somebody struggling with allergies and respiratory issues and such, you might want to address what are you using as a multi-purpose cleaner, because again, the endocrine system can only take so much, and when we overload it, this is when problems and breakdowns occur. So, a great swap out for this would be something by a product by Young Living called Thieves Cleaner. It comes in a concentrated 14-ounce bottle like this. P.S. You only need one cap full to fill an entire 16-ounce bottle. Your initial investment in this glass bottle, but then this is going to last you forever. If you ever need to do heavy degreasing, you might do 2 capfuls, but 1 capful is going to act just like the Thieves oil: antiviral, antifungicidal, antibacterial, antimicrobial. I mean, it's a home run for a multi-purpose cleaner, and it is not going to disrupt your endocrine system. Next, of course, we can't, if we're gonna talk about cleaners, we gotta talk about the blue stuff. Everybody knows somebody, or even yourself, that's still using this stuff. And straight out of the gate, we have to talk about dye. The blue dye is a known endocrine disruptor. When we talk about and use the word endocrine disruptor, we're really referring to xenoestrogens. These are the things that go into the body. Whether you're wearing rubber gloves or not, and you spray and breathe it in, they go into the body and bind to where estrogen should be binding itself. And the problem with this is then it leads to estrogen dominance in your body, men and women alike, and a whole host of health challenges derive from there. So what's the best way to get around this? Boom. Make your own. Again, initial investment in a glass bottle, but this is an easy recipe: 2 tablespoons of white vinegar, 2 tablespoons of alcohol, the rest is filtered water, and then I like a combination of lemon and grapefruit essential oil in my glass cleaner, because when I spray it, it not only uplifts my mood, but lemon supports the allergic response. I'm a seasonal allergy sufferer, so I would like to not only clean, but clean with something that's gonna help me out. So these 2 guys together work magic in my glass cleaner, and I highly encourage you to try that. Next is Granite Cleaner. This is something we talk a lot about in the functional diagnostic medicine practice, because this is one of the most popular granite cleaners, and very expensive, by the way, but it's loaded with chemicals. In fact, there's a lot of ethylene oxides in here. These are carcinogens, you guys. Of course, you're not gonna spray and clean your granite counter and have a tragic health challenge the next day. It doesn't work like that. We're just talking about the endocrine system reaching its max, getting overloaded, and then things break down from there. So a good alternative, again, initial investment in a glass bottle, is my homemade Granite Cleaner. And it's simply a 1/4 cup of alcohol, and then I use 2 drops or 2 pumps of non-toxic hand soap. I use a good free and clear hand soap. You could also use a Castile soap, and then the rest is filtered water. And because I just like the way these 2 smell together, I use lavender and I use basil. 10 drops each in here for the granite countertop. The lavender itself is antibacterial, but basil is anti-mold, so it's going to clean and deodorize the air as well, and it has a really beautiful earthy smell together. So that's my pick for granite, but of course, you can use anything in any combination of oils you want. Just Watch with granite, don't use citrus because it's a porous substance and we don't want to ruin your granite countertops. So last but not least, I live in Louisiana, so we can't do a swap out without talking about bug spray. This is a very common insect repellent, and this one actually has DEET in it, and they recommend that here in Louisiana because we have mosquitoes year round, but there's a lot of chemicals in here. There's a very, very common chemical called sodium lauryl sulfate, SLS, and of course DEET, which is a known carcinogen. And SLS, the sulfates, they're endocrine disrupting chemicals, but they're really, really irritating to the respiratory system and can lead to allergies. So again, you're not going to just use this, go to the soccer field and end up with health challenges. But again, when we're talking about the endocrine system over time and getting overloaded, this is something you might want to consider. So I have had no issues with my homemade bug spray, and this has been for years now down here in Louisiana. People can't believe it, but it's true. It's actually a quarter cup of witch hazel. The rest is filtered water, and then I do 10 drops of cedar wood, 10 drops of lavender, and 20 drops of another Young Living oil blend called Purification. And this repels bugs, and we just keep it outside when we're playing outside on the patio, and we just reapply when necessary. And I really haven't had issues since I started using it. So again, no two essential oil companies are alike. Unfortunately, you can't just go walk into your mass market retailer and find Young Living because it is a superior product in my opinion, and I don't recommend just picking up what's in your mass market real store because they are not as pure as Young Living, and Young Living has patented the seed to seal promise. So when you're putting these oils and products that you're going to use, products you're going to put on your skin, products you're going to breathe in, you want it to be the purest and the highest therapeutic grade. And Young Living, to me, after doing my research, is just that. So if you need any more information, please drop me a comment below. I'd be happy to direct you. And if you know a busy mom that might benefit from this information, you need to send her on over to the Dr. Busy Mom private moms only community where we talk about all kinds of stuff on Facebook Live. Today we just did an Essential Oils 101, and that's the only place that you can find that. But more importantly, if you know a mom who is not on social media, you might want to send her over to drbusymom.com so she can sign up for email updates and receive our weekly newsletter. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you next time.